Hi everybody,
Hi there.
it's Ed and Sandy with Over the Hills 2019, and this little video is about Joplin and what's the other place?
Carthage,
Carthage.
Missouri.
Yes, we had a great time there. That was fun.
Yeah, Carthage and Joplin have a little bit of Civil War history, and they are on Route 66. So that's pretty cool. And we took in a bunch of little museums, but just a lot going on in those two little towns.
And if you're ever out that way, you got to stop in the Joplin Visitor Center. They will blow you away. I'm not going to spoil it. You won't believe what happens to you when you go in there and what you walk out with.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely
awesome. Amazing.
That set our tooth for visitor centers.
Never experienced anything like that at a visitor center. Hats off to Joplin. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this video. If you haven't seen our other videos, please consider watching them. And as always, thanks so much for tuning in. Please subscribe. Leave your comments below, good and bad. We know we're not perfect and we can use all the help we can get. Thanks so much for watching, everybody.
See ya.
See ya.
Hi, I'm Sandy.
And I'm Ed.
And this is General, our totally awesome water dog.
We used to live on the Outer Banks of North Carolina, but one day we found both of ourselves unemployed.
So we decided to take a chance. We sold everything, bought a trailer, and left to explore America. We're learning as we go along, but we still make mistakes.
But we get a lot of things right too. So come join us as we learn to RV full-time, explore America, and share in our exciting journey of discovery. Our next adventure is just over the hills.
We drove past this mini Stonehenge in Emporia, Kansas. The only difference is these stones are actually carved. They have carvings on them. This was a pretty awesome sight. We're in Route 66 territory, and this was pretty exciting.
Okay, so Sandy goes to the visitor center here in Joplin, Missouri, Route 66. Look at this. Trey gives her a mug,
Freebies.
a tote sack, and what else? A coaster or something?
Coaster, yeah.
Unbelievable. Awesome.
Carthage, Missouri has this really awesome old courthouse. I mean, this building is just beautiful. They've also got a ton of historic buildings in their downtown square area. Pretty awesome stuff. We visited the Civil War Museum in Carthage, and even though this is a really small museum, it had a lot of great information. And it also had this really awesome animated diorama that shows you the sequences of the battle that took place in this town. Missouri was very much divided during the Civil War, and this battle was actually fought very early in the war. It was July 6, 1861. Which was about 2 weeks before the First Battle of Manassas. We had lunch at the Woodshed downtown, and this is actually a restaurant in the back of an art gallery, and a pretty awesome place.
No electric. Staying at an RV park. Really nice RV park. Love the lake. comes running around apologizing because the electric's going out. Well, nobody has electric, so we're fine. But it's given us the chance to test out our lithium battery. Now, a long time ago when we were getting ready to do this, we bought the trailer. I had already done research on lithium batteries and loved them. Thought that they were the greatest thing since sliced bread. But, man, the price, $900, $950. And I thought, well, I don't know. Let's see how it goes. So we got the trailer. And we picked it up, and we took it to a friend's home, and we set it up. And the first thing I did was to forget to shut certain systems off. And by the time we got back to the trailer, it had killed the battery.
Our original lead acid battery. Yes, that came with the trailer.
And it was, thank you for pointing that out. And so it was like a no-brainer. I realized if you make one mistake with a lead acid battery, once you take them under 50%, you'll never get them back to a full charge. I saw all the things, the math, I was sold, so we bought one.
We were just outside walking general around the campground, and it was interesting to note that there are only 2 other campers in this entire campground, which is almost full. She's got a lot of people in here right now. Only 2 other campers had lights. So there are very few people out there that are actually prepared for this kind of situation. And this is the first time that's happened to us, but we were prepared for it. So it's not being a big deal.
There's a storm shelter at the gas station that's right up the street from the campground. We are in Kansas and tornadoes are real.
No, he's not drunk. He just doesn't have good balance. Ed is standing on the point where Kansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma come together. The tri-state point for Kansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma.
The Joplin Museum Complex is a gathering of a bunch of different museums all in one spot, and they have this museum on their mining history, the local mining history, and they've got an awesome display of rocks that they mine for in the area, as well as a lot of fossils that they found. And they have this really cool display that tells you some of the minerals and what they are used for, and I found this really interesting. They also have a display of a bunch of rocks that have a natural glow-in-the-dark quality. This was really cool. They also had a really nice exhibit with items from people that were prominent in their local history here. A lot of furnishings and a carriage, just beautiful stuff. And of course, a Route 66 exhibit. They also have a Bonnie and Clyde exhibit because Bonnie and Clyde and members of their family had rented a garage apartment in the Joplin area back in the 1930s. And when the apartment was raided, these items were found left behind in the apartment. They also have this really great antique doll exhibit. This was fantastic. I've never seen anything like this before. And the National Cookie Cutter Historical Museum. And this is probably one of the smallest museums you'll ever see. It only takes up about maybe 300 square feet, but they've got a ton of information in here. This was really cool. And of course, we had to go check out the garage apartment that Bonnie and Clyde rented. That was pretty cool. And we also checked out the George Washington Carver National Monument. The museum in here was just amazing. Mr. Carver was innovative and way ahead of his time as far as, medicine and food preservation and agriculture. He did an awesome job experimenting and learning and teaching everything about that.